Good morning, everyone. This is Jamaica 5288. How are you guys doing today? You know, there's a thing that I am not going to buy anymore once I get this stuff to grow. So I planted some celery seeds. I didn't get a huge amount of them to come up, but I got enough. See this? That's what we're going to do today. We are going to repot some celery. My dogs want to get in. It's hot over there. You know I'm in Texas, so I'm going to let them in out of this sun, and we're gonna repot this stuff. Just a second. Well, good morning, everyone. So I have my pots here, and today we are up potting or repotting some celery. I have a bean that popped up here too, but that needs to go in the ground. So I'm gonna let that stay there. But the beans, but the celery, I need them to come out. We're gonna plant them in these tier containers that I have here. Let me put that there until I'm ready for it. I already poked holes in the bottom, as you can see. See those clear? You need to make sure you do that. These are from Dollar Tree. So they were $1.25 each. I have some soil down here. So I'm going to fill this thing up. I'm finally starting to get this place cleared out of seedlings and get them in the ground. Thank goodness. I was running out of time. I have a few that have popped up. I started a lettuce and a bok choy tray, and it's over there. The bok choy is coming up, and the lettuce is finally starting to show its face. I didn't think they were going to germinate. It took a long time. I see a few of them, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 of them coming up, but the bok choy is up. So some things take a long time to germinate. Some things take longer than others. Example, if you plant beans, they're going to come up really quick. And then, there are some plants that are really small, and when they come up, they look like little green dust. And you think it's nothing, and it's actually the plant coming up. So, everything does not sprout the size of a bean, which is this one right here. See how big that is? That's because the seeds are big. They're going to be bigger. So I have my soil in this pot, and I think I only have 6 celery, so this should be perfect. So we're going to grab one out of the tray, right? Look at those roots. Doesn't that look good? We're going to put this in here. This is where they're going to live. This is not going in the ground. I want to monitor celery like a hawk because I don't want to buy it anymore. I don't want to buy it anymore. It seems like some of the prices are coming down, but maybe that's because I'm just used to the elevated prices. So anything, throw me a breadcrumb of hope, and I'm like, yes, the prices are finally adjusting. But then you go, I go to the store, and what used to cost me $40 is now over $100. So take that for what it's worth. So I got one celery plant in here. And the thing with celery that you plant is that you don't have to harvest the whole stalk. Just harvest a stalk or two that you need to cook with, and let the rest stay in the pot to keep on growing. So it's cut and come again. Okay, so on this one, and look, I'm just popping them up. And these are these are the free trays I get from the supermarket. When they run out, when they sell all of the seedlings that are in the holder, they just throw these away. So I'll usually go, because I'm ashamed, and buy a couple of seedlings, and then ask them, can I take a couple of trays? And they're like, yeah, take as many as you want. We're not going to use them. We're going to throw them out. So getting the soil off there because there are two of them in here. I think they look like two. They're so intertwined. Look at that. Beautiful. They are really I need to see if they're together, and they are. That's just a spur. It's the same plant. It's a good thing I did that and didn't just rip them apart. That is the same celery plant. So I'm gonna dig a hole, make it wide, and put this in the ground. Well, in its pot. So you're saying ground. Make sure I put them to the side just in case I want to stack them. I don't want them to be close together. I want them to be, you know, and on the edge. Put some more soil in the middle. Okay. And there we are. 3 done, just like that. Isn't that pretty? On to the next. Now this looks like 3 celery also, but it may also only be 1. Let me see before I fill this thing up. Let me investigate. Make sure that these are 3 individual plants. So look at that. That has a lot of roots on it. I'm going to break that away. See what's going on under here. Let's see. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it like you can, and shake it like a milkshake, and do the best you can. Oh, Rumble. I know. I'm not a kid anymore. Stop acting that way. You're a grown woman. All right, let me see. That looks like the same plant. Maybe not. Maybe not. Let me see. Nope, it's different. They're different. They're just so used to being next to each other. They look like 3 different plants. So that's 1. Shake some more dirt off. Get these 2 untwined. Even the leaves are intertwined. Okay. There we go. Got 3 of them. 3 of them. Yay! I see another one coming up. Oh my gosh, I see a little one right there. And these are weeds. They don't belong here. They do not belong here. Okay, let's put them in their home. Dig a hole and backfill it. Next one. Make sure you get all the roots in there. All I hear is birds chirping. Over my head, I hear music in the air. All right. And my third one. There we go. What the heck is this? Wire. That's not supposed to be in there. Okay. Pat everything down. Okay. Celery is planted. Now there is a special appearance here because this is a celery planting video, and I have one more celery popping up there in the bean plant, so I'm gonna put this somewhere where I can watch it. Over here with the rest of the seedlings that are still germinating. So the special appearance is this. Guess what this is? You know it's a pineapple top, right? You know you can take the top off, take all of about an inch or an inch of leaves off, and it'll start rooting. It's been sitting in this ball jar for about, I don't know, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, maybe a month. I'm just waiting for it to get big enough. I have its pot right here. So I'm gonna get some dirt. Okay, I have a pot here. Take my pineapple out. I want it right about here. So fill the soil in to the point where I want the pineapple to sit. Seed it. And start putting dirt around. Okay, so we got it done. Let's take inventory, then I'm gonna show you some other things that's going on around here. Here I am. Bring you down so I can control this thing a little bit more. So I planted 1, 2, 3 celery in each tin or each tier, and I did it because you can do this with it. That's how they're gonna stay, so that they can grow right here. I might put a flower in the middle. I have some flowers here. I think these are zinnias. This is orange, is for my squash, the orange squash. And I have some ground cherries. See that little thing right there? Right where my finger is. Those are ground cherries. They're coming up. There's some more right there. They're really small, but they're here. So I'm gonna leave these on the table also. Remember the terrarium with the carrots? Well, here it is. Let me move this back where it belongs. I just moved it off the table so that it wouldn't be in the way while we were planting, but I need to make sure this thing stays watered till I can transplant them into the ground. See that? Now, I don't think I'm gonna put them in another pot because they're root crops and they need to go into the ground. This is the first time I'm planting carrots, so if I'm making a mistake by planting them in a planter, I'm sorry. My petunias have petuniaed. They're so cute. I planted these from seed. These are marigolds that were planted from seed. You all have seen them on previous videos. Here is the bok choy down here, and it's not pak choy. This is actual bok choy, but look how it's flowering. You know why? It's hot out here. A lot of stuff that is in the brassica family or close to it cannot take the heat. Here are my beets. They're doing good. This right here, this line right here, this is my another bok choy. I think I made a mistake because that one is going to seed and it's only going to get hotter out here. So, you know, I'm doing the best I can. These are all lettuce. A couple of them are starting to pop up. I think this is a bok choy though. That one says Paris. What does this one say? This one says loose leaf. And that one, what is it? They're coming up. So I see some right there. You see that? And that? They're taking a long time. What does it say? You know, you ever look at something and you can't read your own handwriting? I don't know what it is, but it's a lettuce. So I think that is it for the seedlings. Of course, the potted plants are doing fine. See all these tomatoes? These were all overwintered. So, and I don't think there are any more seedlings. I have to move these cantaloupe because they're starting to vine. They need to get out of there. There's some more cantaloupes down there. This whole tier, except for the top tier, is all cantaloupe. So, I think these are white beans. I just threw them in a pot. That's pumpkin. I don't expect much from the pumpkin. I got those from an actual pumpkin and, you know, they're not doing anything. The flowers are just falling off. And then I have some more tomatoes over here that are in pots that I'll probably overwinter. My pepper plant was struggling for a little while. They're not very big, so I've been picking them off so that this plant can stand back up because it was hanging down onto the panel. My habanero peppers are full. Let me get you close to them. See that? It's full of habaneros. There's 2 of them. And then there's one more thing I need to do is clean up this. I have to burn this. I got 2 more sweet potatoes that need to get in. The ones that are in the ground are taking over this bed, which they need to because the beans are dying. I picked some more black-eyed peas or cow peas. That's what you all call them out here this morning. But I'm going to plant those in the near future in a video because there are already some. You can see that there's a whole bunch of, this whole bed is going to turn into sweet potatoes with the exception of the onions. So that's it for today. We're up to 18 minutes. This is Jamerica 5288. Don't think that you can't plant anything. Things will grow. They'll grow. You just have to keep trying. Every year my garden gets a little bit bigger. I just keep on planting and trying. This is Jamerica 5288. Thank you for being with me, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.